Counselors, thank you so much for being here. Good morning, students. Thanks so much for accepting our teachers and my invitation to join us today for the student panel. We decided to do a special event for counselors to celebrate our CTE month, which is in February. And I know our biggest reward as counselors and educators is to hear from the students and know that they're doing okay, right? So that they're in the right path. So thank you once again for being here. And we're going to be asking questions. We didn't receive many questions, so I believe you are all very curious about everything, right? So anything that the students have to share with us. But we put together a list of common curiosities that we all have about SVCTE. And they are related to the enrollment process, how they enroll in our program, how we apply accommodations that some of the students might have, relationships that they make, the social aspect of SVCTE, opportunity and resources that they get from SVCTE and from their courses, and the leadership opportunities too. So a lot of our students participate either in an ambassador program or on Skills USA, HOSA, so they have a lot going on. And also, you like to hear what they're going to be doing next, right? So this is a pretty sweet opportunity so to be here. So I think it's common for us, all of us, to have a good idea of what they have planned as the next steps. Even if they don't have a set idea, they do know what are the skills that they've acquired here and how they can apply them out there, right? And college application as well. We do have Ms. Coda here as our post-secondary transition specialist who does a wonderful job providing the students with different resources and events. We just had our college and career fair in 2 days last week. It was a great success. And also we are having Cash for College from CallSoap on March, so it's coming up. So it's going to be, I have one slide only with announcements in the end. Welcome, Alana, come with you. We'll talk about those in a bit. But yeah, so those are mainly the questions that we have, but you're welcome also to, if you have any questions, if you think of any questions as we go, please raise your hand, okay? So, and feel free to jump in and let us know, and I can pass the mic around, okay? So for the first group of students, oh, big thanks here, big thanks to the culinary program. We didn't have a very fancy sit-down breakfast today, but we did have a big challenge for our advanced students. Miss Clark was sick, called out sick. She's very sick, and she couldn't come in. She was very upset, but she sent out instructions to our advanced culinary team, and they did it all. So they set up all of the continental breakfast and the room for you. So we are very proud of them. So thank you to the culinary students. We have a representative here, Leah, from the culinary student, for the culinary program. Yay! And we'll hear from Leah in a bit. And also, thanks so much to Winston Fan from the film and video production course, who is currently recording our session, and other counselors will be able to watch this. Thanks to Winston. Thanks so much, Winston. Winston is a senior at Silver Creek High School. So if you have questions for Winston also as we go, he said that he would be willing to answer the questions as well. Thank you. All right, so for group one, we have Brianna Juarez from San Jose. Brianna, please come on in and take a seat. She's from the dental assisting program with Ms. Fleming. She's currently doing her internship, super exciting, so she'll talk more about that. We have Vivian Lee, a senior from Mount Pleasant High School, fashion design and textile art. So please take note, all the students were nominated by their teachers for their performance in class. And Ian Gentry from Fire Science, he's from Wilcox High School, he's a senior. You may clap, you may clap. We have Holly Burr, she's a senior from Pioneer High School, and she's in animation, was the first name that Mr. Whitman came up with. Like, oh yeah, Holly. Evelyn Garza Villarreal from Willow Glen High School, and Evelyn is from law enforcement. Is she here yet? No. I think that they're doing a special activity today, so but she wasn't sure if she could make it. She's not here. Okay. Ezekiel Madriz. Ezekiel is our junior from Auto Body Refinishing. After I put this list of students together, I realized, oh, we only have one junior in the group, but that's great. Ezekiel, you have to tell us how much you want to come back next year, yeah? All right, so Vance Smith from Piedmont High School, and he's in the HVAC class. Thank you so much for being here, students, so please take a seat. So you may take turns. I'm going to ask questions, and you may take turn giving your answer. It doesn't need to be a super elaborated answer. Speak from the heart. Like I said yesterday, there's no right or wrong. Your answer is the perfect one, okay? Because we want to hear from you, okay? All right, so the first question that we have is why did you choose to come to SVCTE? And we want to know if you participated in a shadow day or if you came visit SVCTE on a tour. Go ahead, Brianna, you can start.
I chose SVCTE because a lot of my friends from like the years before were talk to me about it, and they would talk to me about their experience coming here and the opportunities they had with their internship. And I really wanted like to get to do that and see what career I wanted. I've been in SVCTE. I did in my junior year last year. I did pharmacy technician, and I'm doing dental assisting. And I'm on my second week of my internship, and so far I like it.
Thank you. And Vivian?
So for me, I chose to do SVCTE because when I was in 8th grade, I actually did a tour here. And my first choice was going to be film and video, which I did a tour of. And I saw that it was definitely a community here, which I really enjoyed and I thought was really sweet and nice and something that I want to be involved in for sure in high school. And I would have done it my junior year, but unfortunately I got waitlisted, so I didn't get into film and video. But now that I'm a senior, I decided to go ahead with fashion. And ultimately, the reason why I did SVCTE was because going to a school, the same campus for 6 hours, 7 hours, staying after school really late sometimes was really draining and kind of overwhelming for me, as I think it is for a lot of students. And I'm sure as counselors, you guys can see that from us, that it's really tiring sometimes. So getting to get away from that and go to a different environment filled with people from a bunch of different schools and different spaces, different personalities, was really refreshing and kind of give me a chance to like recharge myself. And now that I'm here, I get to meet a bunch of different people, and it's been really nice and really sweet, and I feel like has overall made me become a better person. And now that I get to go to school, I'm even better in my academics because I get to come here and do something I enjoy and kind of take a break from like my school environment and that campus. So yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you, Vivian. Also, just a reminder, we do have tours for middle schools, right? So we have eighth graders coming over for tours. So if you want to talk to your counselors who work with your freshman students and coordinate those visits, you're welcome to do so. And we do have the summer exploration and extended learning that accept ninth graders, right? So that's something to consider. Thanks for sharing, Vivian. Ian, you're next.
So I was on the same boat as Vivian. By the end of my junior year, I found that I was very tired of staying at the same school for like 6 hours a day, 7 hours. So one of my high school counselors came into my English class and she presented the SVCTE to us. And I was really interested in it because I really didn't know what I wanted to do for a career. So I was looking through it and I saw fire science and it really caught my eye. So I was like, why not do it? So I did it, and it's really provided me with a family and a lot of new friends from different schools. And it's also taught me a lot. And I didn't have a shadow tour or school tour. My counselor showed it to us.
Thank you. And Hallie?
So, I didn't have a shadow day or like tour, but my counselors would come to our class and they gave a presentation and animation was brought up and I was like, oh my gosh, I love doing art and it's been my passion since I was a little girl. I remember sitting with my dad and just watching him draw and my eyes would just light up at it. And now it's just kind of like I've always been doing like and taking art classes, and so I had a big problem with some art classes because usually the teacher would basically kind of judge you based on your artistic skills, which I didn't like, and so I was worried about that going into animation. But now that I'm in animation, everybody's so like inclusive, everybody's so kind, and teacher, he doesn't care where you are. You can be at the beginning, and that would be fine. Everybody starts somewhere, and to be honest, that made me happy because it was like I've never been in an art class like that, and he judges you and grades you based off of how you take that assignment and how you use that and the technical key points of it. And so it's just a very inclusive and great environment for me, knowing that like everybody's starting somewhere, and even if you're like not okay with your art, then you still have like time to work on it, and that's what I love about it.
That's awesome. Thank you, Hallie. Yeah, it's important to remember there's no requirements, right, to get into animation. So beginners can be happy and successful in the class. That's great. All right, Ezekiel.
So how I found out about SVCTE is from my counselors. They called a meeting for me and they asked if I was interested in doing a like career technical education program, and I signed up for auto body refinishing because I like working on cars, and I thought that would be more educational for me, and my dad liked that, and then my uncle now wants me to work at his car.
Ooh, that's exciting. Thank you, Ezekiel. Vince, you're next.
So I found out about SVCT from Miss Williams' presentation at Pima Hills, and I was actually in the front row, trying to soak in everything. But in junior year, I also had my teacher, Mr. Romero, at Pima Hills High School. He showed us a video about trade, and especially as a boy, you don't, if you're not sure what you want to do, you usually would go into trade or military. And SVCTE, Miss Williams came over and talked about HVAC, electrical, construction, and it interested me. And I've always been an artist, but I wanted to go into fashion, but I was like, or it's just a saying in general where you should first make a living before you make a life, or something along those lines. And so I thought trade was the route, so I signed up for electrical, didn't make it in, and I made it into HVAC. And I think it's pretty beneficial for me since I'm basically saving a year of my career. So in the summer I'll be working for HVAC, or doing HVAC, and yeah, saving a year of my life, and or just in my career, and overall just propelling me into my future. And I did not go to Shadow Day, but yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, no, thanks for the reminder, Vince. I didn't include that in the question, but yeah, Catherine Williams has been visiting a lot of different schools with her outreach visits, and that's something else that we have as part of the program representative responsibilities. And she's been doing a wonderful job. So her schedule is packed this semester. I don't know how she's doing it, how she's resting, but she's doing a wonderful job. Thank you for the reminder, Vince. And I think I already mentioned this, but Ms. Coda and the San Jose City College have been working super hard and closely lately on the doing enrollment for HVAC and construction opportunities. So that will save students even more time, not just a year, but they're going to get to earn credits from the San Jose City College and continue in the program later on. So just so you know, it's in the works, and they're very impressed with our programs. All right, so the next question, I believe it was Vivian that mentioned about connections and friendships. Did you, and this question's for everyone, did you meet any new friends or connections at SVCTE? And what is different or similar to the relationships that you have back at your home school?
Yeah, so to be completely honest, I would say that I met some of my best friends in this class actually, even though we technically haven't spent that much time together, considering we're barely halfway through the school year, or like a little past. The fact that we spend 3 hours here every day with each other, and we share the same interests, and the field trips that we take here, like I'm in fashion, and my teacher, Mr. Vera, took us to San Francisco and gave us a budget where we could simply just walk around San Francisco and thrift and buy our own fabrics, so that when we went back into class, we could make our own designs and things like that. But getting to spend that time with them really allowed us to bond, and like I said, being in the same environment, staying on the same campus with the same people that we've been with for the past 4 years or 3 years, you don't get to really experience many personalities. It's all kind of the same people that you grew up with. But coming here, I got to meet people that really matched my energy and were very similar to me, and who I never would have met if I went to SVCTE, because one of my best friends, Izzy, she lives in Los Gatos, and I grew up on the east side of San Jose. Like, it's completely different environments, but I have so much love for her, and we have so many similarities. And yeah, so some really beautiful friendships grow here, which you never would have expected anywhere else or in any sort of other environment.
That's great. I wasn't sure if it was working. Thank you. And let's go back to Brianna, actually, and hear from her about the connections that you've been making, networking that you've been doing, right? So through your internship.
Yeah, well, last year I made a lot of friends in my pharmacy technician class that I still talk to until today, and they asked me how my dental assisting internship is. But it's really nice. I got to see a lot of people I went to my elementary school with that I thought I've never seen again, and I've seen them last year. I've seen some friends this year, and I think it's just really cool how one school brings a whole bunch of different schools together, and you get to meet people that you thought you would never be able to talk to. You create a lot of good friendships, such as you were saying. Like, my best friend is in my dental class now. We hang out on the weekends, we hang out after school, and she goes to a completely different school. I really like it. And then during my internship, I've met a lot of like new coworkers that I work with now. They're all a little bit older than me. I'm like the youngest one there, but it's pretty cool. They talk to me about their experience, what they went through, like through the dental program. The dentist there, they tell me advice if I want to, since I want to do like dental hygienist or do like in the dental school. They tell me how it works for them, and they give me some tips. So I think I learned a lot from like the connections that I've made through my internship and like the school.
Excellent, thank you. Let's actually change question now. So let's see, Ian, can you tell us a little more about leadership activities that you participate in?
Okay, so there's a lot of volunteer hour opportunities in our class, Fire Science First Responder. We did toy drives for needy families, so we spent 2 days organizing a bunch of goods, and then the next day the families came in and we helped guide them throughout the facility, and it was just overall a very good experience. And then I think in a few weeks we're going to have a car show that the ambassadors and the fire science class are going to help run. I've also found that being my class's squad leader, it's a beneficial leadership opportunity for me to run marching drills and running class morning warm-ups, addressing visitors to the class. And I found that overall it's impacted my life because I'm more assertive in a way that like I know what I want and I know how to take control of a situation if I need to.
Wonderful, thank you. Hallie, I know you're part of the ambassador program as well. Could you tell us a little more about what you've been learning from the ambassador program and the different activities that you've been doing?
Yeah, so first of all, I just want to give a big thank you to Miss William because she's always been there and always been very helpful when it comes to just like helping us with resources and stuff. And it's a very good way to get a recommendation letter and to get volunteer hours. And to be honest, when I was a child, like I was so antisocial to the point where I had trouble even saying one word to a person. And my mom was always like, you need to get out of that shell. Because both my mom and my dad are very social people. But after a while, especially after this, I've just really gotten out of my shell, and it's like pushing boundaries that are comfortable and just learning how to be more like better at communication and just being there for others who don't exactly know about those classes. And so I know that these people that come to the shadow days, they're very like anxiety ridden because they don't know what they're going to expect. But I always make sure to just always put on a smile and just be very inviting because that's my class. Like we are very inviting like, no matter where you are. And after the ambassador program, I've just really gotten better at my communication skills, my leadership skills, and just in all, I've just loved it.
Great, thank you so much, Vivian. All right, Ezekiel and Vince, I'd like to hear from you. What do you like the most about your classes? And also, I understand we all know that you're graded in 3 different categories, right? So academic skills, career readiness, and technical skills, right? The hands-on stuff that you do at the workshop. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the different things that you learn for career readiness and the hands-on that you're planning on taking on your journey in your career?
For auto body finishing, hands-on work, we've been preparing to paint our cars, so we've been learning how to mask, and then we have to first we have to prepare the cars for primer, and then once we primer them, we have to block them, and then get them prepared for paint. And then for career-wise, we have to just like remember that if you don't put in the work, then you don't get the job done, and you can really mess up on a job, and that could cost a lot.
That's right. And for career readiness, what are some of the soft skills that Mr. Chooks has taught you that you think that you can remember forever in any job you have?
Well, Mr. Chooks says that if you're gonna goof around, then you're not gonna get anywhere in life.
That's right. And you guys wear your uniforms, you're here on time, right? So, yeah, I heard you're a pretty responsible student. That's great. And Vince, what about you?
So for HVAC and especially, or just blue collar jobs in general within the trade, you need to be very professional. And that's what my teacher, Mr. Scalia, does, especially as he calls everyone sir, and we have to call him sir, and he encourages us to wear pants and shoes every day, and all that stuff. So overall, we just learn how to be professional, and we're also learning, we're in a sort of a module or kind of online program called OSHA 10, where we're learning our professional skills in order to do well in an interview and just be professional overall. And so yeah, that's for career readiness. And for within our class, we learn everything from the refrigerant cycle, or just everything we need to know in order to work on an HVAC AC appliance, and enough to where we can be able to work and by the end of the year, which is what I will be doing in the summer. And not to get into the details too much, but we're basically learning the refrigerant cycle and basic electrical work like parallel, series circuits, and how all electrical work pairs with the refrigerant cycle. And also brazing, which is connecting these copper tubes together, which basically runs the refrigerant cycle, and more. Everything we need to be able to work in a year.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And before we move on to our second group of students, do we have questions for this group? Any specific question or comments? Praises? Lots of praises. All right. Thank you so much, guys. So you may sit and watch the next group of students. We very much appreciate your testimonial participation today. I know it's not easy to do public speaking, but you guys did great. It's awesome. Thank you. All right, so the next group of students, we have Alana Lynn. Alana is a second-year student, and she's from Del Mar High School, and she's in metals technology. She has participated in competitions also, and she's a big awardee, so we'll hear more from Alana in a bit. Very, very talented. We also have Mimi Chen from Piedmont High School, that science program. Mimi actually won a prize for answering a survey that I sent out after the wellness fair. So not a lot of students are used to answer surveys, and Mimi was one of a few that she was chosen, so she got a prize, so that was great. Thank you, Mimi, for participating and for engaging in community activities. I appreciate that. Isaiah, Skinny McGee, and I added the skinny, not to make fun of him or put him on the spot, but because it's officially on IC as his preferred nickname.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Oh, you entered that on your registration form, so it's there, Isaiah. He's from Lee High School, and he's in the electrical vehicles program. A few counselors here from Lee. He's in the electrical vehicles program. It's his second year, so he's going to have a lot to say about SVCTE, I believe. And he's quite popular. I bugged him to be an ambassador program this year because he was a vocal and social student last year. And I said, okay, so you're joining the ambassador program, and he's doing great. Leah Puritz. Leah is from the culinary arts program. And we have her translators here with us. Thank you so much for being here every day with Leah and helping her with her education. And Leah is a senior. She's on the HOH program from Campbell School District, but she's from Lee High School. She takes classes at Lee also. Francisco Saldanha. Francisco, Francisco is from Branham High School. He's in the electrical maintenance program, and he was chosen by his teacher to be here and represent. It's his second year. He'll tell us more about his experience also at SVCTE. Kevin Madrigal. Hey, Kevin. Mr. Clark nominated Kevin, and happy that he's here. Kevin is from Silver Creek High School. And Sonia Prabhu, who is also a second-year student. She is from Leland High School, and she was in the Fighter Science program last year. She's in nursing careers this year, and Sonia is the president of the student executive board at SVCTE as well, and an ambassador. So she does everything, and she's doing an internship too. So it's a lot going on. All right, so let's start with questions for everyone. So let's see. Alana, this is kind of a general question, but you may speak anything that comes to mind, okay? And you may talk about resources or job opportunities or different opportunities that helped you grow and learn. So the question is, what are some of the opportunities and resources provided by SVCTE that you appreciate the most?
Well, with the metals class, every skill that you learn in your first year basically sets you up enough to go into work straight from there. I mean, it's always better to have both years and you can get more done and learn more. But after my first year in the metals tech class, I was able to go straight into the trade, which was really cool. I ended up actually working at like a family-owned construction place where Mr. C, my instructor, certifies, so he knew them all. It was great. Of course, I was the youngest and like the only girl, but I mean, I kind of signed up for that.
That's awesome. Thank you, Alana. Can you tell everyone and remind me what place you were? It was the skills, right? Was it skills or was it state competition, right? What did you end up last year? What was the award you received?
Last year for state, I'm gold medalist for state competition in artistic welding. And I went to nationals in Georgia, which was pretty cool. I placed, I think, 16th out of 43.
That's fantastic. Congratulations. She's so talented. And I believe that we showed photos last year of her sculpture, and her dragon sculpture this year is just phenomenal. So that's a cheer for Alana coming up. All right, Minnie, you're next.
So I was actually an extended learning student last year
because I just transferred to America during my junior year, and I want to become a veterinarian in the future. However, our school does not provide that opportunity because I came halfway, so the window to sign up for AM and PM classes were already over. So I became an extended learning student. Extended learning is like a coffee, like an express. Like you get to learn everything, like but not as much as AM and PM students. So I decided to come back as a senior and attend an AM class. During this AM class, I get opportunities such as being able to have letter of recommendations for volunteers, and the teacher could also give us some job opportunities that we can actually get into the field. And we also get to have MAP-in, which as a senior, when you're applying to like universities, MAP-in helps a lot with your resume and your letter of recommendations, your essays, and anything that you need to get into your dream schools.
Thank you. And Leah. Leah, do you feel comfortable speaking?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Can you repeat the question again, please? I was thinking the same thing, Leah. So
Of course, the answers were long and great. I love that. The question is, what are some of the opportunities and resources provided by SVCTE that you appreciate the most?
This opportunity I really appreciate the most is having a teacher help me to kind of learn the skills I need to know in the future, using hand skills, using organization skills, which I didn't have when we began the school year. I was horrible organization. So I'm very lucky to have that class be able to learn how to do organization and using my brain and actually thinking too, because I struggle a lot with mathing too over there, and I'm very lucky to have the class with classmate and the teacher able to help me to organize, able to math, and be able to grow. And also, I think it's also benefit the future in your job field and you're not sure what you do, organization skills. You can always ask to be comfortable out of your comfort zone, which I didn't have to do. I'm very lucky to grow as a person with it.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Leah. Also, I wanted to remind everyone that Leah, like all of the students in the culinary program, they work hard on customer service skills, also opening the hub for all of the students, the entire school, twice a week for many months, right? So, and they do a lot of catering services, like they cater for you every month, and they had the high tea event, and they've catered for our board members in the past and some special events as well. So they rock. So yes, organizational skills for sure is a good thing to have in that particular course, right? So that's wonderful, and your customer service skills are terrific, so you guys do a great job. Thank you. And Isaiah, you're next. Skinny, sorry.
Real quick, that nickname, real quick, I've had that since 5th grade, so I just thought it was funny to put it. I forgot that that actually goes on your registration, so I just thought it was like a cool little nickname, but anyway.
It's super cool, but if you want us to remove it, we can.
No, it's cool, it's fun, it's fun. Some of the opportunities that, specifically for my class, since I am in the electrical vehicles, my teacher is partnered with basically all of the main dealerships. So Toyota, Subaru, Hyundai, all the dealerships, and he has managers from those dealerships come over and offer us sometimes, for example, we had a Hyundai manager come, and I was speaking with him, and he was saying that I'll offer you like a free, mini tour, just so you can see what it's like to be a technician in the auto industry. So many similar stuff like that my teacher provides. So.
Great reminder, that's right, the partnerships we have, they are so important for the success of our programs. And we've been, the counseling team also has been working closely with a lot of different partners, right? So for resources and also job and career opportunities for our students. That's great, thanks for bringing that up. And Francisco, you're next.
So one of the big opportunities that I get from the class is really just seeing outside work. How to explain? Like from field trips to different locations, where how they organize, how they operate, and all that. We've been able to see a lot of that through the class and through the school. That's something really big to me that I've been able to see.
Yeah, that's really important. You guys visited the union, right?
We visited the Electrical Training Association.
Oh, okay.
So it is part of the union, but it's where any apprentices get sent to actually learn. So that's where the apprenticeship program is based at.
Excellent, yes, and their teacher actually is a former SVCTE student, and he was a teacher at the electrical union. So he has a lot of great information to share with the students, right? So you guys will learn a lot about the field. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much, Francisco. Kevin, you're next.
Did I get the question again?
The question is about opportunities and resources that we've shared with you here at SVCTE that you appreciate.
Some of the opportunities that I appreciate here at SVCTE is being able to experience all of the hands-on work that we do in our classroom, as well as upstairs learning how to mark buildings and building foundations, and also being able to get the OSHA 10 card, because that opens up better opportunities for the job in the future, because they know that you already have the experience of safety and your personal protective equipment, as well as being able to visit trade schools like the electrical. I thought that was really nice, because it opened up something that I wanted to do, and it gave me a connection as well.
That's right. So what you're saying also reminds us that different classes do a lot of collaboration with each other, right? So you guys do a lot of collaboration with electrical, HVAC sometimes, and this is really important for the students, so they get to learn about the different programs and opportunities that are out there for them. So also, let's mention we have the City of San Jose trades professionals coming over and talking about their job opportunities, right? So that's something that they did recently. How did you were you here for their panel? You were, Francisco. Were you here for the San Jose panel? Yeah.
Yeah, I was here.
How did you like it?
It was good to see another option, because San Jose does have a lot of working for San Jose City does have a lot of separate options that are kind of easy to get into. So it's another way of seeing more careers, maybe something else that you want to do. It was a good opportunity to talk about.
That's right, you learn a lot from them, right? So they're high-end, admin professionals from the City of San Jose, and they talked about their entire pathway and kind of how they moved through different positions in the city, and how they got to grow and all of the opportunities. So that's wonderful. Sonia, you're next.
Both programs I've been to, fire science responders and nursing careers, have given me the opportunity to further my training and experience outside of school hours. In fire science responders, my teacher referred me to the Fire Explorer program run by the San Jose Fire Department. And this year, I passed multiple kind of difficult rounds of interviewing, and I'm part of the class of 2024 Fire Explorer program. That program continues till I'm 21 and allows me to train with actual firefighters and learn hands-on training. I know, and they're gonna help me get hired after I get out of that program. And in nursing careers, my teacher referred me to the current place I internship at, Dr. Tran's Family Care Clinic, and I actually work with patients. I give injections, and I do EKGs and give vitals, and it's helped me so much with patient interaction and how to communicate with actual medical professionals along with that. And also, nursing careers. This program allows me to take the Nursing Assistant Certification course free of charge at Mission College. And otherwise, if I did not take this nursing careers program, I'd have to pay like money. I'd have to pay, I think, a couple $1,000. And I'm really thankful for that.
That's awesome. Congrats. Yeah, very exciting. All right, so seniors are applying to college. So let me see. Can you raise your arm if you're okay? So if you're a senior applying to college this fall, for this fall, did you highlight experience again in your SVCTE course when you wrote your essay? That's a question we have from a counselor. Alana, sorry.
Yeah. So our SVCTE is partnered with Butte College, which is a college in Chico, and they have a welding program. For personal reasons, I decided not to go there. That's the second closest school to here that offers welding. The next being Chabot in Hayward. So I am deciding to go there, and the instructors there and my instructor are working together to work something out so that my credits will transfer over and I won't have to take like the intro welding stuff that I already know. So that's super cool. What was the question?
If you included your experiences, you already answered, telling us that your teacher is helping you with your college application. But if you have added the SVCT experience in your college essay.
I haven't written a college essay. It is a community college, so.
Yeah, thank you. Me.
So I applied to like the UCs, where UC Davis is most of the veterinarian stream school. So during that time, I highlighted how we get to open our own animal clinic at the second semester and some of the time during my extended learning. But one special experience that I highlighted was when I overcame the fear of dogs. When I was a child, I was actually scared of dogs, but because of this class, I pushed myself into knowing how to handle a dog and how to actually restrain a dog. There's a dog called Benito. He is like our canine teacher before, but then he got very like crazy, and I remember that I got bit or like scratched by the dog on my hand. It left like a permanent scar. But because of that scar, I actually worked really, really hard in that class because he only did that to me and not anyone else. So I questioned myself like, what did I do wrong, or did the dog doesn't like me? Yeah, but because of that experience, I actually get to overcome my fear and took like one of my biggest steps towards my field and actually becoming a veterinarian in the future.
That's wonderful, and we have to talk after because we have that in common. I overcame a horrible phobia of dogs. I'm still phobic of cats, so we'll talk later. And I heard from Minnie yesterday that she wants to work with polar bears. So she's very determined and ambitious in her goals. So that's super exciting. Did you write on your essay about this experience or any experience that you had at SVCT?
Yeah, those are out in my essay. So the reason that I want to work with polar bears is because when I was small, my dad did not live with me because he was still getting his PhD degree. And he gave me a polar bear doll that represents his love and care for me. And from that day on, I know that every single animal have a special meaning to everyone. So I want to try my best to save any animal that I can.
That's lovely. Thank you, Minnie. Very personal. Thank you for sharing with us. And Francisco, actually, Kevin, you said you're applying to college? Yeah?
I did apply, but I didn't write any essays or anything because I only applied to SGSU and a couple community colleges around the area.
Got it. Thank you. One last question here before we open the mic to the counselors. Do you plan on working in the career field you're studying at SVCT after high school and attend college simultaneously? Is that something that any of you is planning on doing?
Yeah, so I actually came into went into the welding class because I saw like a little pamphlet in my office, and I went into it for like art. I thought, oh, this might be cool on the side, and then I got into the class and I ended up loving it. Completely changed career paths. I've already gone into like production welding, like I said earlier. But then after that experience, I decided I kind of wanted to stay in the artistic welding career. So I've done and I'm still doing commissions now, which I'm trying to make like a living off of that.
That's great. I'm hearing she's amazing. All right, next.
So becoming a veterinarian is definitely my job and the career field that I want to get into in the future. And SVCT had helped me a lot because during these past years, I never had so much hands-on experience than I have at SVCTE. And the teacher, Miss Blosky, also teaches us all the skills to becoming a teacher assistant right now. And we work our way all the way up to a DVM, which is a Doctor of Veterinary Medicine. Yeah.
That's right. They opened their clinic. It's probably coming up, right, in the spring? Yeah, their community clinic.
So our clinic opens on March 18th, and for the AM, it will be from 9 to 10. Oh, 8 to 10, and you guys can bring in your animals.
Yeah, awesome. And they do learn a lot of different skills, right? So that they can use while they're going to college and having a part-time job on the side. That's right. And let's hear from Leah.
Can you repeat one more question?
Sure. Are you planning when you, if you are going to college or community college, are you planning on working and going to college at the same time?
To be honest, I have decided which college plan I want to go to, but being here, I really love it. It's not something I want to pursue on because I want to go to law school in the future, but being to apply here for my future, I want to continue to be in community where I want to help, and I love doing community service, it's my favorite thing to do. I want to continue it while I'm doing a part-time, doing really Easter down there. That's what I want to do. Right now, I'm just enjoying being in class, and I want to thank to my teacher who's been like teaching me to grow as a person in the future.
Wonderful. Thank you. Isaiah?
I was gonna say, I'm probably one of the few students in the school that's probably not gonna continue in the pathway or in the industry that I'm in. So from a young age, I've been involved in sports. My dad's been a basketball coach for over 30 years. So basketball's been a huge part of my life, and I took auto body repair last year, and then I thought about doing sports medicine. It was either that or the new EV program. So, but my dad was like, continue with the path you're on and then see what happens. So I kind of took a chance on the new program, and I come to find out that my passion is actually more for basketball instead. And college-wise, I might go to West Valley, maybe not. But for sure, what I do want to do is teach kids the fundamentals of basketball, and eventually prepare them to try out for the high school team. So.
Wonderful, thank you. And Isaiah is a great teacher, actually. When we have, well, last year when he was not an ambassador, and that's one of the reasons to why I invited him to become an ambassador this year, he would show students around. He would just like volunteer, actually, like, oh yeah, no, I can do that. And he's a super vocal. He's a great teacher and coach. So yeah, thanks for everything you've been doing to prospective students here too. Francisco.
I don't plan on going to college, but I do plan on pursuing the electrician pathway. So this class has given me multiple choices or multiple options of what to do. I think I'm just gonna try and go straight into work after this. During summer, I do plan on going to San Francisco, trying out for their union because you can apply at 17 and a half. So I'm gonna try there first. If I don't get in, I have to wait 2 years. And whenever I'm 18, I can try out for I can apply to the one here, local 332. If I fail that one, I already have like 4 other companies that I want to work with. And yeah, I just have no plan of going to college. I can't find a suitable class to take to help me pursue this. So.
Excellent, yeah. So we're hearing from Francisco. He doesn't have plans to go to college, but he has a plan A and a plan B and a plan C. So that's wonderful. So he's really determined, and he has all of the information he needs to start working on it early, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
That's great, great. And Kevin.
For me, at the start of the school year, I did want to pursue into construction technology. Join the union, but my dad, he's also in the union as well as a bunch of my uncles. He told me that even though the pay is good, like by the time you're 30, like your body's gonna be over. And he told me to like pursue it more into college, and if I wanted to, I could still stay like in the construction area because I've been working in construction since I was like 9. Like I would go do side jobs with him and work with him there. And I just know like a lot about construction already, and somewhat going into college like with the same path that I'm doing here.
Great. So still deciding which college you're going to, but you know that you can do some side jobs, and yeah, you have the skills for them. Yeah. Awesome. Sonia.
I plan to get my CNA certification over the summer, and I'd like to work as a certified nursing assistant while I get my fire science degree, so it can help me get hired as a firefighter. But I'd love to also work as a nursing assistant alongside that, and this program allows me to do that.
Excellent. Any questions from counselors? Comments? Oh, question, yes.
So this is for all the students in this group as well as the last group. You guys sound really grounded, like you have a good foundation for what you want to do next. And
Hi. I just wanted to say you guys, both groups sound very grounded, you know, a strong foundation for what you want to do and what your next steps are. And it's really great to see you guys at this stage, knowing what you want to do and having a good idea for what you want to do and just how this program has helped you to get to that point. So congratulations to all of you.
April speaks for all of us. Thank you so much, students, for being here. We appreciate your determination, your courage, and you representing your programs and the whole school. We couldn't have a student from each course, but we're so happy to have you here. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. You may go back to your classrooms. Oh, one more.
So this isn't a question, but also a comment that
All of you have been going above and beyond every day, and your efforts are seen by us. They are appreciated. You make your home school, your family, and our school proud every day. So thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much. Counselors, please stay. We have one more slide to go. Thank you. Thank you, guys. That was great. Thank you. Thank you, Ben. All right. I hope you enjoyed it. Was it good? Yeah. Yeah, that's a full session, hearing from the students. I know that you have a chance to hear from. Oh, photos. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want me to call them back so others can take photos too? Ms. Williams, do you mind if they're still here? Oh, okay. They can wait outside for photos, yeah? I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Oh, culinary is ready. Okay. Okay. Culinary is ready for.
The orders.
Oh, the orders. Yes. Valentine's orders. So they have your orders for you. So after here, you can stop by and pick them up. Completely forgot about it. So full session, hearing from students. It's nice that you get to visit the classrooms sometimes, and sometimes they come and present to you. But this is pretty sweet. We had in our all staff meeting for the district the chance to hear from them. So we thought it would be a good treat for you too. So I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, announcements and reminders. We want to share that 26 students from HOSA made to state conference. Sorry. So we are very excited about that. I will have the list uploaded to the counseling resources document, so you can check to see if any of your students is one of those students, and congratulate them. Summer enrollment starts today. So we will do, just like the flyer says, it's a rotation of classes. We're still working with the teachers to determine which courses will be offered. So that's why we didn't list them on the flyer. So that is to be determined, but we just have to explain to the students it's one course per week, just like we did last year. And the link should be working for you to start registering your students today, okay? Fall 2024 Extended Learning Program registration is going to start next month, just a reminder. Enrollment dashboard link will be sent to each district individually soon, so you get to check to see which students' enrollments have been processed already. So please be very patient with our registrars, so they're slowly processing those requests. Links to this meeting, not again, this is an announcement, meetings recording will be uploaded to the counselor's document, but I will also send an email to all counselors with a summary of this meeting's announcement and the link to the panel recording, okay? And all of the other flyers are located, flyers, forms, and resources located in the Google Doc. Outreach, it has been cases of Catherine being requested to speak in schools, and her calendar is packed, super busy. She has a lot of requests. We're limiting visits to each school only once for that reason. But it has been cases that she arrived at the school and the school wasn't ready for that. So either some miscommunication or there was some emergency. So let's just confirm those appointments, be mindful of that, and respectful of Catherine's calendar, please. And thank you to all of you that have been providing this opportunity for the students. As you heard from some students, it's important to have Catherine there speaking and you speaking to them about SVCTE. The presentation, we have presentations available also for you to share with the students on the counseling page, right? So, and if there is something that's not updated, please let us know and we can fix it, okay? Or if you want additional information that doesn't show on it's not showing on the slides, we can also add those to the slides, okay? Let's see, brochures. So I hope you picked up your little bag with the brochures for this year. Counseling, term 2 grade report comes out tomorrow, and next week actually we have a week off. So give us a couple of weeks to collect those improvement plans from teachers. They're going to be busy coming back from the break. But Erica has been out sick unfortunately, but we'll be doing our best to share the improvement plans with you soon, right? So we can work with our students on what they need to work on. Wellness Fair, we had the Wellness Fair for the first time. It was a huge success, January 26th. We have over 20 different companies and we included our classroom, so our students got to practice their skills. So they're taking battles, they're presenting to other students, talking about apps that students can use for wellness tools. The veterinary program talked about animal therapy, so that was very sweet. So it was, and our partners were very impressed also by our students' skills. And Loretta rocked a 2-day college and career fair session, so with over 40 different companies and organizations, 20-something in each day, and some of them came back even from the wellness fair. They wanted to be here. So it was awesome. So the students really appreciated, and they visited, all classes visited in both the days actually. So it was excellent. And Cash for College coming up March 6th in the evening. So it's open to anyone. So feel free to advertise. And it is advertised on the CallSoap website as well, right? Yes. Okay. And I think this is it. I'll see you all March 14th. Thank you so much for coming. Don't forget to pick up your Valentine's orders, and